I wish I knew about what I'm going to share in this video when I was a young boy. I used to not like myself. I used to not appreciate the way I looked, and I wished I was somebody else. So as a result, I got depressed because I blamed myself for the way I looked. I blamed myself for everything else that was happening in my life. So in this video, we are going to talk about how fitness impacted my mindset or impacted my mental health. So before we get to it, I would like you to take this time, make sure you subscribe to this channel, get yourself a notepad and a pen, and make sure you take as much notes as possible. So we actually going to start with point number 1. So you need to understand, when you exercise, there's a hormone that you release into your body, which is called endorphin. What it does, it helps in terms of making sure that you feel good about yourself. It also helps in terms of improving your mood. So if you're feeling stressed and you're feeling down and you feel like your life is not going in order, exercising might be a better way to improve your mood, to improve how you feel, and to improve your day. So that's why I would recommend exercising, and that's why I usually go to gym in the mornings, because I know if exercising is the first thing I do in the morning, I actually set a good tone for the day, of which it means I'm going to feel good for the rest of the day, and I'll be actually happy about the day. So point number 2, we need to understand that exercising reduces stress and anxiety. So whenever you are stressed and you are anxious about something, when you exercise, that will help in terms of making sure it lowers the stress hormones. So you're not going to be stressed as much anymore, and it's going to make sure that whatever that you're anxious about, you are actually to face it. I know a lot of guys, I'm one of them, who is actually, whenever they're anxious about something, would actually do push-ups, and then that give us a pump to actually face whatever task it is we want to face. I know also some of the speakers who actually speak on big stages. They have stage fright. Whenever they actually want to go on stage and make sure that they actually face the audience, they would actually do some exercises at backstage and making sure that they're able to face the audience. Because you need to understand, stage fright is not something that actually happens to somebody who is still starting or who is talking to the public for the first time. It actually happens to people who have been talking on stages for years. It's the first pump, or it's the first adrenaline pump that comes into your body whenever you're about to do something bigger. So that's why it's so important to take exercise in consideration whenever you feel like you are stressed or anxious. So point number 3 is that exercising helps in terms of boosting self-esteem. As I said before, I used to not like myself, I used to not believe in myself, and I used to think there's something wrong with me and I wished I was somebody else. But exercising has helped me overcome that. Today I am here so proud and happy about myself. If you met me 5 years or 4 years or 10 years ago, you couldn't meet this version of me, because I wouldn't be saying this. I wouldn't be confident about myself. I wouldn't even make this video. That's how exercising has actually helped me. So we need to understand what is self-esteem in the first place. Self-esteem is how much you love yourself. We have self-esteem, we have self-confidence, and we have self-awareness. So self-esteem is how much you love yourself. Self-confidence is how much you believe in yourself. And self-awareness is how much you know yourself. So exercising can help you in improving those 3. Wonder how it does that is by simply understanding that whenever you start working on yourself, you eventually fall in love with yourself. Because whenever you get to look at yourself in the mirror, you're going to start loving what you see, you're going to start loving the progress, and eventually you fall in love again with yourself. But now let's speak about self-confidence. We know that confidence is how much you believe in yourself. So potentially, or the reason why most of us or most of people don't believe in themselves is because they haven't accomplished anything bigger. They haven't done something major enough that they know that it's difficult for an average person to do or to even succeed at it. So if you can do something that is hard enough and succeed at it, that's how you are going to be able to build self-confidence, because you're going to start believing in yourself. You're going to start seeing the capacity or the capability that you have to make something happen. And that's going to help you to build your self-confidence. And I don't know how you do it. You start by simply setting smaller goals. You need to set daily, monthly, weekly goals that you actually want to achieve. This can start with you just by waking up early in the morning, like at 5 a.m., maybe going for a walk, not drinking alcohol for that weekend, staying disciplined for the whole month. All of those goals, whenever you achieve them, they help you to build self-belief, which leads to self-confidence. But now let's talk about self-awareness. This is the deepest one of them all, actually. Self-awareness is the deepest of them all, because this is when you actually get to spend time with yourself, get to know yourself, get to know what you are capable of and what you are incapable of. Because there's this saying, your strength can be your weakness. You can be good at something, but for the fact that you are not doing that thing, that becomes a weakness. So you need to understand that if you want to know yourself better, you need to be able to spend time with yourself. And that's how you're able to build self-awareness. Spending more time with yourself, doing introspection, analyzing everything, your life, how you behave, your daily routines, and so on and so on. And that can actually help you to be more aware with yourself. But now, if you're fully aware of yourself, you are able to even show up better, because you know what you're good at, and you know what you're capable of, and you know what you can do best. So we're gonna move to tip number 4. Exercising help improve your sleep. So you need to understand that if you're somebody who exercises, sleep is necessary. So you need to be able to sleep enough so that you can be able to produce results from the gym. But now let's speak from the mental perspective. You need to understand that your mind is like a computer. It never switches off. Even if it's like when you put your computer on a sleep mode, like you literally put it to sleep. It's not like your computer is off, it's just shut down, but it's running at the background. And that is more like your mind. Your mind is constantly running. You cannot stop yourself from thinking. So whenever comes a moment where you actually want to deal with your thoughts, maybe you want to maintain a good state of mind, or you want to achieve a healthy mental health, what you need to do is you need to have quality sleep. Because whenever you're sleeping, your mind is able to process the information that you've been interacting it during the day and be able to function, process everything accordingly. But now it also helps in terms of quality thinking. Whenever you sleep, the quality of thoughts that you get to think, or the attention span, it also improves. You're able to focus better. You are able to spend enough time studying something or investing enough time into something, because of your mind it's well rested and it's able to process information accordingly. So if you're not going to have enough sleep, it's going to be difficult for you to operate, because your mind will be needing some rest, or you will be exhausted that it cannot process information thoroughly or properly. So that's why it's so important for you to sleep. But also you need to understand, when you're sleeping, you release this hormone. Is called HGH, which is human growth hormone. So that hormone is the one that helps you in terms of making sure that you grow. You can grow your nails. It helps in terms of making sure that your body develops accordingly. Most specifically, if you're somebody who works out, you need to sleep enough so that your body can release HGH, which is human growth hormone, so that it can be able to help you generate results from the gym, and also be able to recover and make sure that you're able to function properly the next day. So that's an important tip that we need to actually focus on. Another point is this: exercising helps you enhance brain function. So what it does, it helps in making sure that whenever you exercise, you need to understand your heart pumps so fast and there's a lot more flow of blood. Your blood flow increases, which allows more oxygen to be pumped to the brain, and you need to understand that the arteries or the veins transport oxygenated blood to your brain, which allows you to have effective thinking and so on. And that can actually help in terms of making sure that you have a good well-being, your mental health improves. But another thing you need to understand, that most cases, or most people, including myself, we actually get to have proper or good ideas when we are at the gym. Like most cases, when we are at the gym, that's when the good ideas come. Point number 6 is that it helps in terms of like building relationships. So exercising helps in building relationships. For example, I have actually met a lot of friends at the gym. Most of my friends, I've actually met them at the gym because that's actually where I spend most of my time. So that's what they say. That's why they say your vibe is your tribe. So your vibe attracts your tribe. So what you need to understand is that where you spend most of your time is where you're going to get most of your relationships. So if you're somebody who goes to gym, that's where you're going to be able to build healthy or good relationships. As a result, that's going to help you to improve your mental well-being. Based on the fact that social proof or social support, it gives you a sense of community, which leads to a good mental well-being, since you can be able to talk to the people that you interact with at the gym, talk to them about your lifestyle, maybe your habits, and some of the things that you actually want them to advise you on, and that can help you also to achieve your mental well-being. But as I'm saying, there's this saying that goes like this: the pain shared, it's a pain divided. So every time you actually speak to someone about something that's bothering you, it actually no longer becomes yours alone, or it actually leaves you. So whenever you find a community like that at the gym, finding people that you can talk to and people that you can share ideas with, it actually becomes a good way in which you can be able to improve your mental health, since you have people that you can talk to and literally ask advice for. So point number 7 is that exercising helps in building discipline. Exercising helps you build a discipline. You need to understand that exercising is not an easy task. Whenever you start going to gym, or maybe it's your day one today, it's not going to be an easy thing that you're going to do. It's not going to be fun. So it's something that you need to be very intentional, very pushy on yourself in order to do it. So for the fact that you are able to push yourself to go to gym for 2 months, for 3 months, that means you're building up your discipline muscle. So that means you're building up on your discipline. You're trying to make sure that you build up something because you told yourself that you want to do this thing. No matter how hard it is, you are going to push forward and make sure that you do it. And that also transfers into other areas of your life, which is like if you're trying to be a loyal partner to your partner, and you're trying to be a person who eat healthy, you're trying to make sure that you study, you force yourself to study your books and so on. For the fact that you're able to force yourself in one area of your life, it affects all areas of your life. Have you heard this saying, how you do one thing is how you do everything? So for the fact that you are able to keep up with the work that you have to do at the gym, you can be able to cope with a lot of things in life. Because it's not easy to go to gym, having to push on the heavy weights, having to also push on everything that you have to go through at the gym. It's not an easy task. Another point is this: exercising, it helps also in terms of like building accountability. You actually hold yourself accountable on other things. You hold yourself accountable that you're not going to eat unhealthy. You're not going to hang around people who are going to let you, or who are going to encourage you to go to clubs and drink. You're not going to interact with a certain kind of activities that are not aligned with your goals. So that's what exercising can do for you. It can help you to make sure that you build a higher sense of accountability. And for the fact that you're self-accountable, that is going to hit back on your self-confidence. You become more confident about yourself because you know that you can rely on yourself and you can actually hold yourself accountable, which as a result, it boosts your mental health. Because for the fact that you believe in yourself, you think better about yourself and your mindset improves because you think you are a better person, and as a result, you become better. So yeah, I hope this video has added value to you. For more videos like this, make sure you subscribe and make sure that you come back to this channel since we share tips like this. Hoping to see you soon.